Hi guys, SpudGubs here with a little bit of a quick tips kind of tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys today a little bit of the great pro strats in painting. Now you guys might be aware, always mirror, right. You might be aware of the paint menu down below, but are you aware of all the little tips and tricks that a 4,000 hour player can teach you? Probably not. Now if you have your HUD turned on, you can see at my block cursor, we can see what color each block is painted with. Now, oddly enough, we go up here and it kind of disappears, but this block is colored with paint number 1. When we go up here, it's colored with paint number 18. This one, for some reason, doesn't show. Oh, look, we found a bug, guys. We took 2 birds in 1 stone. We have a tutorial and a bug report. Bug report, mirrored blocks don't show the paint number. Anyway, guys, you guys might know that if you do right-click any of these color blocks on the paint menu, you can replace the colors. So as you can see, I have this whole flat on the side of this blimp colored with paint number 1 if I go to paint number 1, because the first one is paint number 0. If I go to paint number 1, I can adjust it, turn the red down, and now it's all blue, as you can see. And I can just cancel it if I want, and it goes back to how it was. Now, that's not the only trick. The 4 last colors on this menu are the fleet colors. So if I go to Z and go to fleet colors, here they are. Here are my fleet colors. You can also change them from this menu as well. But if I go to, say, Deepwater Guard colors or White Flare colors to make it more stand out, and I go back to my build menu, you'll notice how they're White Flare colors. And if I go back in here and I change to something a little brighter and a little more easier to see, let's go Lightning Hood. It's green. We go E, and our colors are now green. We do it again. These are bright red. We go back to build menu, and they're bright red. So our last 4 colors are in order: detail, trim, secondary, and main. Now, to get off the actual color menu, there are some more tricks to painting than you might think. So if I were to paint down this line of beams and I wanted to paint color 1, without replacing any of these blocks, I would just click the free paint button, and that would allow me to kind of hold down the mouse button, and instead of painting every individual block, I can just hold it down. You can do the same thing with the right click and just go backwards. You can't really do the same thing in mouse mode, however, since you do in mouse mode have to go per block. Although I wish you could hold it down in mouse mode, but we'll get to that. We'll get to a way you can hold it down in mouse mode. Now, a better way of going across solid beams like this, so you see how every click moves the cursor by 1, but these are 4-meter beams. You can hold down W to make it faster, or to make it even faster, you can double click W and just go as fast as, you know, it's insane speeds. But if there are single blocks like this, you might be skipping them. So use it with beams, not with single blocks. However, we're going to get to the greatest secret of From the Depths that most people don't actually know about. You'll see in my inventory how I have the binoculars, the grenade launcher, the minigun. Over here, I have the paint sprayer. Now, if you go in Designer and go into Avatar Items, you can actually unlock the paint sprayer. It only costs 6 points, so I think you can get it when you first start the game. And it's the most useful tool in the whole game. I honestly can say so. Now, its default primary fire for the weapon is mouse 1, I believe, left click, and that will make it so you just kind of spray whatever color you have selected. I believe it carries on from build mode. And I think the default for secondary fire is mouse 2. I have it rebinded to another key, but mouse 2 default would bring up the color menu, which you can select all of your colors and your fleet colors and modify them here the same way by changing color on the side here. Right-clicking actually doesn't do that for me. I wish it did. I wish I could just right-click these. But you can change all of your colors, and let's say my color 1, this dark color, I want to make it into bright green. It changes it on the entire craft, all the other blocks that are colored to color slot 0. It's the same thing as like building in build mode. Now, color slot 0, I want to make a quick note, is when you first start a new craft, and I could just show you guys really quick, just build out in the middle of nowhere. I guess we'll just do new vehicle right here. If I start a new craft, we should start on color 0 if you just started the game. You will start on color 0, and it's the default color that has no color. See, color 1 is red, and color 2 is green, etc. But color 0 is the default color that you start with. You can still change the default color, actually. It won't show unless you put the alpha up, which is the amount of that color that is present. So you can always change the default color of a ship so that's easy to recolor. If you, say, build an entire ship without painting it, you can just replace the base color and it should make it easier for you. Now, getting back to the paint sprayer, this is the easiest way to paint anything on any vehicle. Now, you can't mirror it. It's not mirror acceptable, and I messed up the blocks on here. But if we go into the spray menu, we can select our, let's say, color 0, and we can spell Chungus. You know, I made these out of single blocks just to spell Chungus. And then just imagine that going down. It's a G, and then we can go back to 1 if we need to make any corrections. We'll just go back, and then see, now we have Chungus. Just use your imagination. It's Chungus, right? If we want to just erase the whole thing, we edit the brush size, right? And we can just make the whole thing white. Just blank out the whole thing. If you want to paint an entire ship white, or red, or whatever you want to do, you just get that brush size, you crank that brush size up, and you paint the whole thing. Going back to another bright color to see how much I'm actually changing, just by looking at it from whatever distance you want, or actually, about this close. You have to be about this close, actually. I can just paint the entire thing red. Just whatever radius of my vision in 5 meter radius of my vision, wherever I'm pointing, you know. Just paint the whole thing red. Red Zeppelin. Look. My favorite band, Red Zeppelin. Anyway, we go back and we can go back to brush size 1, and we're gonna end this on 1 big Chungus. It makes this very easy for graffitiing, for painting your friends' ships, for doing just about anything. I would highly recommend getting used to this, as it'll make your life easier, and it does point at whatever block you're looking at, so you kind of have to maneuver around it sometimes. This is what makes it great to get used to both the paint sprayer and build mode, because then it's just another tool in your article. Chun. Should we leave it at Chun? I'm going with the full Gus here. I'm going with the full Chun Gus. It's getting difficult. We're gonna do it. We're committing to it, guys. I'm gonna fix that. Don't you worry, I'll fix that. Chungus. Chungus. Anyway, guys, I hope this little quick tip has been helpful for you. I hope the paint sprayer is a tool you might now use to a greater extent and improve your ability to exercise your creative mind in From the Depths. Anyway, this has been Spud Cub. Subscribe for more From the Depths videos. Share this video with your friends if you want to help me out, if you love me, if you love Papa Spuds. And please, for me, if there's anything you can do, please have a buoyant day.
Well, I don't really want an atlas, so we can actually just sink that. Because no one built any logistic vehicles. Yes.
Oh, wait, can I send my ship over there? Battle begins.
Jesus.
Wait, fighting now?
Jesus.
What's happening? Wait, what's in front of us? I didn't even know
Oh
there was
my god, what?
Whoa,
Oh no!
Why is my ship inside yours?
Glorious.
Yes.
This is what this was made for.
What is
Dun,
happening?
dun, dun, dun.
Can you
We
please
shall
drop
bring
me?
you to victory.
No, thank you.
This
Drop
is your ship's final form.
my final form of ship. Oh, he dropped me. I did ask. I did ask.
Okay.
Can you give me? Can you like broadside me? Just yeah, that's perfect. That is. Okay, stop broadsiding. You're gonna go too.
Okay, gunners.
I'm just gonna add some detection
Glorious.
so that this stops killing itself.
Angle me a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more to the right. That's left. Right. Oh, my torpedoes just shot out. Let's see how this goes. Where's the torpedoes? I want to see them.
Why are you in the sky? What the?
This is how the game is
reforming.
meant to be played.
Why? Why?